What is this, David?
I'm pretty sure I said this during the Kingdom Hearts live stream, but we're gonna take it down a notch even further and play what critics called the most meh game of 2016 or 2015.
2015.
2015, yeah.
2015, which is Sword Art Online: The Lost Song. Another reason why we got this is it's super cheap to get it right now.
Oh yeah, so PSN was having like an anime sale going on, so all of their anime-based games were up to 80% off. And this happened to be one of them, so I got it for $12, marked off of 60. Nice. And I didn't even care that this is the second game in the Sword Art Online
video game series.
Because this was $12, and if I wanted to get like Hollow
Realization,
whatever, I think Hollow Realization is the sequel, and then there was one that was before this. It was like Hollow something. That would still, Hollow Fragments or whatever. But that was still like $45 because it was 20% off, marked off at 60. Anyway, I didn't want to invest $40 in a game that I would literally only be playing for the sake of a Let's Play. So here we are. We're doing it for the meme. So here we go. I mean, I don't even know if it is a meme because this game was never that popular. But I am just really curious to see how they would manage to make the game not suck compared to the anime. I guess, I mean, it just seems like it'd be so easy to make a game out of this concept. It was made to be a game.
So you think that, like, oh, perfect, it could easily translate well into a video game, which it kind of struggles with, actually.
Yeah, although right off the bat, obviously they kind of skimped a little bit on, the visuals. And from what I do know about this game, it's done mostly in, like, what's the word for it? A visual novel style. Where, oh man. Like, this animation is just so choppy.
Yeah?
Like,
I was thinking it was just basically, like, 24 frames? Just
something
for sake
like
of
that. Like,
or maybe even less than that.
Seriously?
But yeah.
I mean, I know that, anime as we know it comes from half animation, and by definition, half animation in terms of like cinema media runs at about 12 frames per second, because traditional full animation is 24 frames per second. But this is just ridiculous.
At least we won't have to deal with this for too long.
It's kind of silly the overlay. Anyway, I'm not gonna go too deep into just like the visual quality of this game because it's bad.
We just started. We just got started with it.
I haven't even been paying attention to the story.
It's okay, because you don't really miss much.
Doesn't matter. We're playing literally the worst arc of a bad anime.
Well, damn. Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong with that. We're still waiting on that season 3, I guess. Sword Art Online 3.
Oh boy. But anyway, it's fun, I guess, because I feel like the Flying Dimension could add a little something to the game. And also, not that I've played them yet, but the precursor to this game was a standard JRPG, turn-based. So you couldn't really utilize a lot of the action that you think you would see in a game like this. This game is a full-on like action RPG, like kind of to the beat of Kingdom Hearts, which, of course that's why I'm playing it.
So we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
There's actually there actually is a YouTuber who does quite a bit of a passionate like let's play of, I wouldn't say too passionate, but does like the series and has no problems with like playing these games. I think her name is Gadget Girl Kylie. Yeah, I watched her stuff on the side because I just wanted to see like what the game is like. And she obviously really likes the game, but it does like go on for a while, especially dialogue.
I'm sorry, I just can't take Lolicons saying "daddy" too seriously.
Just think "papa" and you're fine.
I mean, if you can kind of connect to the audio, because the audio is only in Japanese, which I kind of like. 'Cause I don't really like the English dubbing. This is sort of online, but whatever.
That's cool. That's fine. So, wait, there was an option to switch it to English sub, right?
No.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, they cared so little about the English release of this game that they didn't bother to dub it into English. It was kind of a game that was, well, this game is going to sell itself, because Sword Art Online, it was coming out in 2015, which was, what, a year after Sword Art Online 2?
I think so, yeah.
Came out? So it's like, well, people are gonna buy this no matter what, so we didn't even have to put that much effort into it. We could just have a few, like, we could just take a few leftover animation cells from the series and just slap them on here, and present it like it's a visual novel during the cutscenes. So we don't have to try the writer. Which means we can cut on, paying people to render CGI cutscenes. And we could just read a book with a high-pitched Japanese girl narrating it.
Yeah.
It's my dream.
Well, to be fair, like I prefer normally Japanese dub over English dub. There are a few exceptions, but for the most part, it's whatever came first for me.
So you got that original context. Give me I don't need a review. I've played these games.
Like, for example, I mean, this is like kind of an unfair example, but I look at, Rooster Teeth's animation Ruby. That's obviously like of American origins. Was like its own like original English voice cast, and then there's the whole Japanese dub of Ruby. Try watching that a few times, and I couldn't get the exact same feeling out of it.
Yeah. I feel like there are some things where it's a little different. Sometimes with like the Studio Ghibli movies, for example, Spirited Away, I can watch as an English dub or in its original Japanese audio, because I feel like all the voice actors in both of those editions made good choices, and I thought the choices that the English voice actors made kind of made sense to the story. Some people think that Chihiro's voice actress is really annoying, but I mean that's what Chihiro's voice is supposed to be, because she is supposed to be an annoying 10-year-old girl. House Moving Castle, I just can't get into like the original Japanese voices.
No?
I prefer the English sub. I think a lot of it, though, is just kind of the aesthetic of House Moving Castle, which is very, like, Napoleonic era Europe. Or it has very Western style to it. So it just kind of seems like English speech and the decisions that English speakers would make in those scenarios just make a bit more sense. Anyway, I haven't been paying attention to this tutorial.
I noticed. Well, we're gonna.
Anyway, we got stamina in an action game. That's
debatable.
No, I mean it works in Metal Gear Solid because that's supposed to be kind of slow-paced and espionage, or not espionage, but stealth-based. This is however, stamina points will recover. Oh, I guess also Skyrim had them, and Oblivion and Morrowind or whatever. But even then, I didn't really like it. Let's try moving to that glowing point. We're gonna learn how to run, boys.
Train wheels are off. Alright. We're moving.
I don't want to waste any precious stamina points.
Well, you gotta conserve for like whatever comes next, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna take a nice walk. If you've ever played Dear Esther, or any one of those games where you just kind of walk and enjoy the scenery. If you've ever played Journey.
Journey?
This is just a slower version of that.
Should have played Journey.
We could have done 2 players.
Two players.
Oh no, I guess we couldn't. Oh, damn, I ran. Because the entire point of Journey is to play with complete strangers and have connections with them without saying anything.
Oh. What's the point? Not for a 2-man commentary.
I did it!
Nice job. You only ran once.
I ran twice. I'm so ashamed. You got movement down pat. Congratulations, you learned how to walk. You're functionally the same as a 3-year-old. Next, let's talk about search points. Jeez, okay, I guess I have to pay attention.
I guess that thing right there.
Glowing spots you'll see in outdoor areas and dungeons. By examining them, you can discover the currency of Schwartalfheim Jod. Just call him Gil or Gold. Hey, Kirito, look, there's a search point right over there.
I didn't see that.
After you approach the search point, you can examine it by pressing circle. Why not give it a try?
Alright,
Over there?
Yeah. Well, gotta consider that stamina, though.
I do, it's too precious. I gotta stop taking a break every now and again. Occasionally my thumb will just move a little bit. That radar in the top right looks a lot like the Dragon Radar in Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
It looks too much like it.
It's because the colors. It's gonna inch forward. It's not running. It's stuttering forward.
Yeah. You know, now that I'm looking at like the 3D animation in this game, it kind of looks like, it reminds me a lot of the sample 3D animations that are in New Game, and in a couple scenes in Himoto Umaru-chan. Just like the stock 3D images that are put in anime to make it look like it's a 3D video game, but actually there was no effort put forth in it whatsoever.
Oh.
Above the ground, the sky. Oh, I gotta fly?
Oh, we're flying.
Floating mode and flight mode. When you get off the ground and up in the air, like you just don't care, press D-pad. Switch your current movement mode.
What? Oh, okay.
There are 2 different modes. Variable movement. Floating mode. Oh shit, I can hover? Oh man, flight mode lets you soar like a bird. Come on, Oni-chan. Let's try floating. Start, you'll need to activate floating mode. And hold to ascend. Press twice to descend. Okay, first try going up as high as you can.
Okay.
Oh,
whoa!
oh, whoa!
Whoa! Using up a bit of stamina though. Oh!
Oh, sure, flying continuously, no stamina, but boosting. That's my daddy. Sorry, I'll never be comfortable saying that.
If you attempt to go any higher, you'll reach the area's altitude limit.
What is this arbitrary limits? Didn't you see the last rapey episode of Sword Art Online Arc 2? Where we broke that limit?
Yeah, that's... Ooh. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about that rapey scene.
In Schwarzalfheim, each area also has its own altitude limit. If you try to go beyond it, you'll eventually lead into another series. It's called Sword Art Online 2, and you'll save the princess. Let's practice a little more, Daddy.
Let's practice a little more.
Please float back to the ground. You can descend by pressing X. It can be scary. Let's do that.
Nice. That was easy.
Alright. Good to know. There's no fall damage. Should be everything in floating mode. So we'll be practicing fight mode.
Or flight.
Well, isn't it like the first rule is to not talk about fight mode? Switch to fight mode. Fight mode. Oh no, flight. Okay.
Use the left stick to freely control your movement in the air.
You can also increase your speed by dashing, and even turn air dive. Fly even faster! You were a total noob when you first started trying flying, Oni-chan, but you've gotten the hang of it pretty quickly.
I agree. Daddy
is amazing. Please don't take any of these out of context and put it into a giant compilation video of things Yui says out of context.
Everything. Let's practice. Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh, it's got like actual flight controls.
Oh shit, we soar and fly and...
We're gonna start having we Oh wow, stamina drains very slowly. Oh, and you get it right back. Okay. So it's not as big as a hindrance as I originally thought. And we're done.
That was easy.
Oh no, we're still flying. You look so cool when you're
flying, Daddy.
Daddy. Well, dashing and aerial dives use up stamina points when you're in flight mode. However, it can be very useful when you want to close in on pesky enemy in a hurry.
Speaking of which, are we ever going to... Yes,
oh,
here
there
we go.
Now we enter fight mode. You should be an expert at flying by now, after your one time practicing it. What's next, Yui? Battle. Let's start the basics to make sure we don't forget anything. There are 2 types of attacks. Big attack and a strong attack.
Strong attacks.
Strong attacks use stamina points, but are very powerful when you attack your weapon. Drawn. Press R1 quickly to switch between having it drawn and sheathed. To press R1 lightly and quickly. You still haven't learned in magic, but when you do, remember your weapon needs to be sheathed for you to cast magic. So there's no mage knights. Look over there, an enemy. Let's fight it. Do your best,
Daddy.
Oh boy, I got 2 swords. 2 swords. Wow, these enemies are non-threatening, and all I need is weak attack to kill them.
One swipe. What do you even... Yeah, that's enough.
Dig that.
highlighting this 60-minute tutorial so far, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, it's actually 16 minutes. Alright, we're finishing. We're going all the way through. Hey, great job, Oni-chan. Uh-oh, more enemy spawned. Let's spike the floor with these two. Look a bit tougher than the others. You can use dodge and guard to heal. Use dodge and guard to deal with enemy attacks. Give me advantage battle. Press L while moving. Go from a dodge roll. R1.
Oh, dodge roll.
I hate these 2-button scenarios. When you're hit by an attack, since you're flying, you can use dodge to perform a recovery, which, okay.
Wow,
on your feet.
very much so, Kingdom Hearts.
Don't perform a recovery, you'll be knocked down when you're lying on the ground. You're defenseless. Dodge and constant. The guard meter. No, let's hurry up and give it a try.
Oh, they're just like jumping everything on you.
That's not a dodge roll, that's just a dash.
Yeah, that's not Kingdom Hearts. What are you trying to do? Mew. Mew. Jump. Mew.
Didn't even need a dodge.
Right.
They just stood there, not doing anything. Who do they think they are?
The dodge
Perform
guards.
recovery, the time dodge or attack. The guard seems like it might be a little hard to get down.
With the F to measure.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
continue practicing.
L1 to lock on.
Oh, we lock it on. Oh, this is Zelda.
Alright, yeah, I think I got it.
I guess they don't want you to be. Oh, you're soaring, you're flying.
Ha! You can't get me when I'm in the air. Except I have to do real quickly to descend.
It's level 50.
Okay, I guess I learned how to do a super attack.
Of sorts.
Oh yeah, triangle strong.
There we go.
I did it! Amazing. Daddy.
You're fantastic.
Please, stop! Alright,
Alright.
that's off enemy town. The enemies can drop yield.
You'll.
This finishes today's lessons. Thank God. If you want to review anything we practiced today, no thanks. I'm good.
That's about like
And
18 minutes.
Was it just me, or did those enemies look like they were rendered on like the Unreal 1 engine? Like they could be on a PS2 or a GameCube.
Maybe like a little less polish on their on their skin.
Yeah, they're probably less polished than their GameCube counterparts, but whatever. Looks like we cleared this place.
How
was it?
Feeling new areas?
Please don't talk to me about feeling new areas.
It was okay. Seriously though, yeah. You're a pro. Dave, you're a pro.
Oni-san's pro. You beat Sao. The
Sao.
infamous death game, but you haven't played that yet. Let's mention Super Player, who always one of the strongest Aloe near days after the strongest in Aloe. Alright, English translators. I want to talk to you guys about punctuation. I know everyone's afraid of comma splicing. Sometimes you just gotta put a comma in there. Now we finished stretching our legs. See you like that. How about we visit the nearest town? I can use a break. Is there a teleport gate around here? Oh boy, but this sparks a discussion about what a teleport gate is. Marker?
Did I have one of those?
Why do you all have the same, like, happy, dead expressions as Pokemon Sun and Moon protagonists?
It'll change eventually.
Sorry, Yui, I must have missed it. Can you give me the short version?
Sure. Papa.
The upper is upper right screen. It's the red mark shown on the map. That pinging orange thing is a Dragon Ball. You need to get it. All 7 of them so you can revive Krillin. I get it. Just go in direction marker points.
Or I mean, you can also wish for a better game.
Oh!
I mean, we're still getting our feet wet here.
Yep.
So how you liking the game so far, dude?
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm gonna just go and walk a lonely road. The only road ever known. Anyway, I think that just about does it for the first episode of Sword Art Online Lost Songs.
And what an opening it
Yeah.
was.
We learned how to float. We learned how to fly.
Sword.
We
flying.
learned that our adopted daughter has a hardcore daddy complex.
We also learned that our sister looks nothing like us so far.
And
I mean,
we
they
learned
will.
how to walk.
Yeah. And we learned how to fight a little bit. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We'll see if this thing, like, we'll actually... I think it's almost obligation that we finish it since we bought it.
Yeah, I spent $12 on it. I really have no intention of playing it for fun, so yeah, we'll keep going with this.
I guess.
Just as I'll keep going to that marker out there in the distance.
Alright. Let's just end it here then.
Alright.
So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DangIT Plays. Store Online Lost Song. See you guys in the next one. #bye!
Hashtag